video, and today, here it is, how to make a chat program. So this video might go on for a while, so I might make it into 2 videos, but let's get started here. So I've created a folder, and I'm sure you've all seen this folder from my previous videos, but we have a batch file scripting folder here. So how this program is going to work is we are going to have a batch file that writes to a text file or whatever file on a network location, and then we have another batch file that reads that text file in the network location, and it will display it in a batch file. So let's get started here. We're going to create a new batch file. I already have a shortcut to this, and I'm sure you all know how to do it. Just go to right click, new text document, save it as whatever.bat. We're going to call this log on to chat. We're going to edit it, type in @echo off, and so we're going to create a menu first to either log on, create an account, or exit. So that's color 0B, that's just my favorite color to use with batch files. Title, log on screen, and let's see, we're gonna create a line there. I'm just using the underscore, and then we're gonna call this chat log on, and maybe center that. Okay, so let's echo our choices here. We have choice number 1, it's log on. Echo period, no space, just to create a blank line. Echo 2 is going to be create an account. And then let's have an exit here. Then I'm just going to create another line, make it look a bit more fancy. And then we're gonna do another line and ask for the choice. So set space /p. I'm just gonna go ch equals choice number. So now with our batch file here, we have this. So log on screen, log on, create an account. Sorry, I misspelled that there. Exit and choice number. Okay, so now we're going to use our if commands. So if in %ch equals 1, go to log on. And then, sorry about that. And we're going to go to count. And then if ch equals 3, exit. And then we're gonna set the color here to 0C, and that'll make it red. And then we're just gonna echo, please enter a valid number, and we'll just ping localhost -n. Let's go 2, and then greater than null. Go to home, and up here after @echo off, we're gonna create the marker home. So now we can test out our incorrect choice here. So let's go 6. Okay, so that works well. And we're gonna go back in here to our batch file. And we're after home, after where it says go to home here, we're going to create some new lines and create a marker that says log on. So we need to clear the screen and then ask the user for their username. So set /p space /p, and then let's go un equals username. And I'm just going to go back here to this menu. One thing that a lot of people get confused on is they'll open up their thing and they'll just press enter and it closes, and they'll be like, why does it do this? So what I like to do in my menus, up here I go set ch equals 1, so that will be the default. If you just press enter, it'll go to logon. So that makes it a lot more professional and a lot less confusing if it just exits and you accidentally press enter. So okay, so we have the username. What I like to do is I just put a line under here, and then we're going to change the color so that the person, if anybody's looking over the shoulder, they can't see the password as well. And we're going to set the color to 9-2, and that will make the password, it won't make it invisible, but it will definitely make it easier to see. So now we're going to ask for the password. We're just going to call that pass. So now we can look at it here. I'm going to log on. And there you can see it's not perfect at all, but it does help a little bit. So we can enter username, and yes, I spelled that wrong, but and it just exits. So now we need to go to the create an account part, because we can't log on without an account. So we're going to create the marker for account, clear set screen, color 0B, set /p. I'm just going to go NA for new account equals, or NU for new username, new username. Create a line, set /p, and p equals new password. Okay, so this is where the networking stuff comes in, and I'm going to open up a location on my computer that is on the network. I've created a folder here, so my computer /public/chat, and the public should get you access with other computers to this. If not, what I find is if you're on a computer that you haven't given access to, you just need to, like, for example, run the computer name, and it'll pop up a thing that says please type in the password or whatever. So you type in your username and password for the account that you are logged on to right now on your computer, and that will grant them access, so then they can access this folder. So we're going to create a new folder here in our chat, and we're going to call it users, and we're going to create a new folder that says program _ files. And the reason for the underscore, it'll just make it easier when we're scripting our batch file. So now over here, back in our batch file, we can go echo, and how we're going to do this is we're going to create in the users, we're going to create a file with the name of the username, so of the person, and then within that file is going to be their passwords. Not the most secure, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to echo n or np, because that's what we want in the file, 2, and just one greater than sign, because we don't want it to write to the next line. So here we're typing the network name, old silver /public /chat /users / and then here we put in percents NU for username dot, and we're going to call this UNFILE. So you won't be able to read it just normally, so I'll show you what I mean here. So let's create an account, and we're going to call this username test and test for the password. And here we have this username test, which is the name that we typed in, and then you can see it's .un file. So if we try to open it up, it won't let us open it. But we can open it with Notepad, and this is how we're going to, in a way, get the password. So, and you can see here's the password. So anyone from coming from just outside world, they will not be able to read this. So that's why we store it in a unsupported file type, in a way. So now we're going to go back to our batch file. So now we have this, and we want them to be able to log on, so we're just going to clear the screen and then go to log on. So we'll create an account again, and we're going to call this YouTube test. And then down here, something I forgot to mention, make sure to put quotation marks around this. Otherwise, if there's a space in their username, it will not work. It will only stop there, and it will just get very messy, and you don't want that. So YouTube test, and this will show you that spaces should work. And we're gonna call this YouTube for that. And now it goes to the logon. And in our chat here with our users, we have YouTube test, and you can see the spaces did work, so that's why we put the quotes there. Okay, so now that we have the create an account good, we're going to work on the logon. So we don't need any if statements here. That's not how we're going to do this, but what we're going to do is make an if not exist statement. So the if not exist, and we're going to in quotes here are holds over / public / users / and then un for username .un file. So if that does not exist, we're going to tell it to go to not. Okay, so down here we're going to create our not thing, clear the screen, color 0B so they can see it, and then echo this username does not exist. Please make an account. So then they will know, and we're going to ping localhost-n for go to home. Okay, so now it'll tell them if it doesn't exist. So we're going to log on, and let's say YouTubian, and just type a random password. This username does not exist, please make an account. And then it automatically goes back home. But if we go to our users here and we see that we have a username test, type a random password, it'll still work. Actually, sorry, I went to the wrong one there, but random password, and I believe I spelled that wrong, but it will work. And the reason that it did not work was because holds/over /public /chat. So you just gotta watch out for those mistakes, and if you don't make a mistake, you're probably not learning. So some mistakes sometimes are good, so we're gonna random password, and it does work. So okay, so we have the if not exist, and I'm just gonna actually change this color back to the default, just so for the sake of this tutorial we can see it. So if we have the if not, but now we need to make a temp file so we can compare the password of the two things. So you'll see what I mean here. So we're going to go echo pass, and then 1 greater than sign, and we're going to put in % tmp, which is the temporary directory in your computer. So like if we go echo tmp and cmd, we can see there C users, admin, squiggly one, app data, local temp. So we're gonna do that to temp, and then so temp slash let's call it chat, maybechtmp.tnp, and we're just going to put quotes around that in case the password uses a space. And then we use the fc command. Now what the fc command does, it compares two files on your computer or network or whatever. So fc, and then in quotes we want the first one to be the temp file slashchtmp.tmp, and then we just do a space and enter the next one. So old silver, and remember with network locations always put 2 backslashes before the computer name, slash public slash chat slash users slash un.un file, and this should compare the two, and we should be able to see this here because we have not put the null statement yet. So use test, I believe was 1, and we're going to type in the wrong password, and you can see there it compared it. It just flashed through. And if I put a pause statement here, I'll just show you here, random password, and it compared it here. So in the temp file it shows the password I just put, then in the username file it shows the password that the user has created for their account. So now we have that, but that does us absolutely no good unless we use an if command. So we're going to use the error level. So if error level equals 1, go to incore. So that'll tell us that it's incorrect. So let's create an incore marker here as echo, you have entered the wrong username or password. And then we're just going to tell them that both are case sensitive. And that's the nice thing about the fc command. It does do it with case sensitivity. So we're going to go ping host -n to null. Go to logon. Actually, let's go to home just in case they want to create an account. And we're going to again change the color to the red, which is 0C. So okay, so now we have the incorrect, and we're not going to create an if error level equals 0. We're just going to clear the screen and go to chat, and we're actually getting somewhere now. So we're going to create a marker for chat, and sorry if this is seeming a bit boring, but I want to get through this. And yeah, it's just, this all was just the menu. Now we're getting into the fun stuff, so thank you for bearing with me here. And we're just going to change the color. And something you can do on your own is, and which I might do, I might pause it here and do this, but after each marker you can change the title. So just do a title command to something that corresponds to the, if it's incorrect, or if you're now at the chat program or logging on or whatever. So that'll make it just look a bit better. But so now we're on the chat, and you can create instructions here. So just echo and then create a pause command at the end. And sorry, I forgot to mention here the fc. After that, create a greater than null statement. Okay, so set /p text equals text. So that'll ask the user for their text. Go push enter, and then go to chat, and that's basically all it is. You can create some if statements if you want, no pun intended there. Just keep in mind, if you want to do an exit thing, where they type an exit and it says whoever has left the chat room, which we're going to do here, you need to create a separate thing, and we're just going to call it com equals com for command. And then you can do if statements, because if you do if statements with the text and they have a space with the text they want to send to the other person, it will exit the program, which is not what you want at all. Okay, so at the end of this, let's go, and this is where it's going to echo to a file on our network, which is going to be in the program files here. So we're going to go echo, actually, here we need to, we want the username, so UN, we're just going to go set name equals in %UN, just to make it a bit easier here, so on ourselves. So echo name, and then we're going to put a colon, and then text. So it'll show up in there, so let's say Bob, hello, so it'll show up like that. And then we go 2 greater than signs, old silver / public / chat / program, and here's the underscore, files / and we're going to create this chat room dot chat, so chat file. We're just going to call it chat file. You can call it dot whatever you want, but I'm just going to do it chatroom.chat file. Okay, so now let's test our chat program so far. We have our network location here. I'm going to create an account, Bob, with the username I like pickles. Okay, so now we can type in Bob, I like pickles. And now we can type in our text. And let's say hi. And we're just going to press enter again for the com. And let's see here, what went wrong with this? Could be that we did not set the variable com, so probably not, but let's set com equals. And we're just going to type a bunch of random stuff so that when we do the if statement later, we're not going to have this in there, so it'll just keep going through. So let's check our echo thing to check for errors. So we're echoing the name with that to old silver / public / chat / program files. So what we can do is we can copy this, Windows key R, paste that in, and we can see here that this is not a valid thing. So let's see here. Probably just the fact that I put it all capitals, but okay. So let's test it out now. Log on, Bob, I like pickles. And let's type in hello. And what did we do this time? Apparently nothing, but just in case, I put a pause statement there and it worked. So we're just gonna ping localhost -n1, and this will, you won't even be able to notice the difference, but the computer might just need some time to think. So I'm gonna close these other ones out and start this here, and you can see that if we delete this and we type in hello, we get our chat room file here. So now that the chat where you enter the text is working quite well, we need our where it displays the text. So this is it's going to be a whole different program here. So we're just going to close out of this for now, and we're going to go to our network location, back to our program files, and create a new batch file, which you should know how to do by now, so I'm not going to say that. And we're just going to type in msgbox, so message box, right click on it, click edit, just click run, and this is what when you're running stuff off your network, it'll say this. You just click run. It's a Windows security thing that they had to introduce there. So at echo off, color, you can whatever you want. Again, I'm just gonna go 0v. Title message box. And now we have to do find str/v. So this will find text in a file, and /v will tell it to find everything that does not match what we put in quotes here. So we want to create a very random string of numbers and letters that will never come up in our chat program. So now we have that, and then we type in the file name. So chatroom.chat file, and we just ping localhost-n. Probably we want to do 3, and it will flash a bit annoyingly, but this is what you get if you want it to refresh. So -null and go to home. The marker for home below that, and it does not want to open this, so let's see what we can do. So I just cut some of this out, made it a bit shorter, and it works now. So if we open up our message box, it says Bob and hello. Alright, so we're going to use the find string and ping local. Okay, so now we have our message box thing done. So we're going to go back into our main chat program, and we find the tag that says chat, and we are going to make another tag below it that says chat1, and we're just going to change this down here, go to chat1, and with chat we're going to start msgbox.cmd, and we can't just type in that, we have to type in the full network path. So 2 backslashes old silver /public /chat /program _files /messagebox.cmd, and we can test if this is correct. Windows key run, copy it, paste it, and it works. So let's go into our chat program, log on with our username, which is Bob, password, I like pickles, and this opens up, and here we can type in hello. Hi, y'all. Okay, so that is working now. Now we need to create a function here to type in exit and CLS to clear the screen. And it's obviously not necessary, but we are going to do it anyway to make life a bit easier. Okay. And again, thank you for sticking around and watching all of this. I know it's long, and I know you can go to some people and just say, oh, give me this file, but I think it is beneficial to know how to do all of this on your own. So, yes, okay. So, let's create our exit things here. If $com equals exit we are going to go to exit, because we can't just push exit or say exit because we want it to say something. So clear screen, echo, name has left the chat room, and then we have our old silver / public / chat / program files / chat room .cha file. So we have that, and then we just want to exit, but not only do we want to exit, we want it to exit the message box also. So we're going to go task kill /im, and we want cmd.exe and exit. And the task kill function is not available in Windows XP, only Windows Vista and later. If you have a 32-bit operating system and you're running Vista 7 or Windows 8, you can copy this task kill file from your Windows System 32, whatever. You can search for it right there. You can copy it and paste it into your Windows System 32 directory or whatever on your Windows XP computer, and then it should work. But this is natively only available in Windows XP or Windows Vista and later. Just so you know that. Okay, so we have the exit, and now we're going to go back here, and if serum equals cls, go to clear. Down here we're going to create another one that's clear, and we're just going to go echo period to our chat file here. I'm just going to copy it to save time, and then go to chat 1, I believe it is. Yes, chat 1. And I'm just going to make sure I did that. Yeah, okay. So now we have this whole thing, and it's taken quite a while, half hour roughly. I'm just going to close this all out and see if it'll work right off the bat. Log on. Bob. I like pickles. Okay. That worked. Hi. Space. Test. Test spaces. And that is where we failed. So let's open this up, and that's what I was talking about before, where if you use the if statements. So let's see if we can't remedy that there. Okay. So we're going to, this is something I found, it's kind of weird, it kind of works, but we're going to go to IOP, and I just randomly made that up right now, just so you know that. And we're going to copy all of this here. Actually, we're going to cut it. We're going to go up here, IOP, paste it, and then it's going to go back to here, and we'll see if that'll take care of the problem. And of course, we need to go to home. A. Home. Alright. Bob, I like pickles. Alright. We have our message box here. Hi space test. And let's hope it works. Nope, it does not. So give me a second here and I'll figure out what's going on. Okay, so with the clear thing, I just changed it to chat room. That was just a aesthetics thing. So what I found out here is, so we have this, okay, and we don't need the set text thing here, and we have go to IFS now, which is down here, and it has the if commands, and I'm going to cut these things out of here, which I just did, and we're actually going to change this to go to echo, and we're going to create a new echo thing, and now this echoes the info to the file, and sorry about that there. So that echoes the info into the file, and we're going to go to chat1, which is up here, which is right here, and I'll ask for those things again, right here, and we'll go to ifs, and we're going to cut that out of there, and let's see if this will work. And this is just a random one that I made up. John's kind of an interesting name, I think. Okay. And I did something with the exit, you saw that. So, I tested that out. And I'm going to say, hello, Bob. And for some reason, this is still not working. Through putting various pause statements, I found that the problem is lying here with the if statements. So it looks like we're going to, for now, and you can experiment with this, but just for the sake of this video, seeing that it's already like 36 minutes long, I'm just going to delete those, get rid of all this mess, just go to 2 here, delete this com thing, and you can experiment with this. I'm not saying that this will never work, because here, let me just show you mine that I've made here. So this is my personal one that I can use here, and I'm just going to sign on, just so you don't see my password and stuff. I'm going to pause it, and I created a fake John one again for you, so just decided that would be easier. So we can say hi people, and it works. CLS, that works. Exit, that works. So I'm not saying it will never work, it will work. You just have to experiment with it. So Bob, I like pickles. Okay, that works. I'm going to delete our pause statement here. So this is working perfectly well. Here we have our exit, and something that we're going to do along with the starting this, we're going to echo name has joined the chat room to our file here, which again I'm just going to copy. Okay, so that works. We have our task kill thing, and we can create a shortcut, rename it chat, change the icon. I believe it's more icons.dll, and let's see here. See, here's what I use. I'm just going to use this icon. So we have that there. Alright, so we have this icon here, and we have the shortcut, and we can create an account, we can exit the program, we can log in with a username Bob, and I like pickles. This chat box will open up. We can type in hello, and we see we have a bit of a problem there. And again, this whole thing, most of the time that this video took was troubleshooting, and that's a big part of programming. I mean, debugging they call it. You just have to go through and you have to see everything. So the problem is just the set name value needs to be above here. And yeah, so we can open it up again, and we can actually we can run our, sorry about that, we can run our program files here, and we can create a shortcut to or we can create a new batch file that is named clear, and we can edit this, and I'm just going to type it really quick. So @echo off, echo period to old silver / public / chat / program files / and then it's chat room dot chat file, and then we can just exit. So now we can log on to Bob. I like pickles. So instead of having all this here and Bob joined the chat room, that worked. We can have it clear. And apparently that was the wrong file. So let's put a pause. See what we can find out here. Okay. So we're just going to change directory C, and that should hopefully take care of it. So we can't find the path specified. So, old silver / public / chat / program files / chat room dot chat file. And I'm sure I've spelled something wrong, so just bear with me again. This is a big part of programming, is just debugging, figuring out what's wrong, and so let's see here. 1 second. Aha, that would be why. We have 2 greater than signs there, so that is why. Now it's cleared. We can even change this to, chat room. Make it a bit more fancy, and we'll delete the pause statement, and we will create a shortcut. We will put it in our directory here. We will move the logon here, create. Actually, we don't even need to create a shortcut, it's already there. Rename to chat. Actually, we already have this, don't we? Okay. And I'm just going to change the icon of the clear one to probably this, clears the chat screen. Just in the comment of the properties, and here we can chat program. Get that chew there. Rename clear. Clears the chat screen, chat program. Now this should all work, and it does. We have the run thing here. We're going to test it by creating a new account, YouTube, and new password, YouTube. And let's type in YouTube with a lowercase. You've entered the wrong password. Alright, YouTube with an uppercase. And it works. YouTube has joined the chat room, is echoed into there. Hi, y'all, space, test. That works. And now we can say hello. And it will all work. So that is how to create a chat program. Thank you for, definitely thank you so much if you watched this whole video. I know it is a very long process, but troubleshooting is something that takes a long time, and it's just, you need to do it. So thank you for watching. Please rate, comment on this video. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. And thank you for those who saw my video on my channel and commented on this. Especially thanks to iPod Touch 1091 for commenting on that video, and also Funboys Gaming for commenting on that video. Thank you guys so much for that support. Remember, please rate, subscribe, and especially comment. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to show you how to do this over a network. So here I have on my camera so you can see how it works via different computers, but just click on your network little thingy if you have Vista or 7 or whatever. Click on network or connect or disconnect, and then down on the bottom here click set up a connection or network. And this is how to do an ad hoc thing. Scroll down, or right here, set up a wireless ad hoc network. Click next. Click next. Type in the name. I'm just gonna say test. Security type. That's good enough. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click next. Let's change this to WEP. And then it sets it up, and we can just push close. So now it's waiting for people to connect to it. And here I have our century old brick. No, it's not that old, but it is a brick. So down here on this computer, I'm going to open up our network connections, and this might be kind of hard for you to see here. I'm going to refresh. And it does not want to show it. It's still working on getting it, apparently. Okay. Now we have our test network here. Gonna connect. I believe the password was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're requiring the network address here. And I'm going to open up on my other computer network. And now down here we are connected on this one. And up here, if we refresh our network, I've named the brick Old Dell. So we have Old Dell right there. And this is where I'm talking about if they don't have permission, just go to the Windows key and run. So Windows key R, and then in here type in 2 backslashes and the name of your computer. So it's obviously Old Silver. Sorry about that. And then here it asks you for your username and password, so I'm just going to type that in real quick. 1 second. So you type in your username and password of your computer, click OK, and you have this. So here, remember, there's oldsilver/public/chat. And this thing has a Intel Pentium 3, so that's why it's kind of slow and it's trying to run Windows XP. But so that's why it's still loading. I'm going to pause the video and, well, there it goes. Okay. and then remember program files was where the chat program was. And then what I'm going to do over here on my other computer, my basic batch file scripting, first I'm going to open up old Dell. Actually, remember it's on old silver, /public /chat /program files. I'm going to drag the chat icon, or the shortcut from up there, down to here. So now we have the shortcut right there. So we can open up the shortcut on our computer connected to the network. Click Run, because that will pop up. And we have this. I'm going to log on with our Bob username, B-O-B, and then I like pickles. And that works. Bob has joined the chat room. Up on our other computer, I'm going to log in using my John account that I created. Password. This doesn't matter, you can see that. Okay. I'm going to open up our other computer. I'm going to press enter. You should be able to hear the key, but I'm going to press enter on the other computer, and this is on the old computer. And it says John is joining the chat room. I can type hi or whatever over here. Pops up. Down here I can type hello YouTube. And then over here, if I press enter right now, it says hello YouTube. So it does work across networks. This computer is not connected via any wires. It's just a D-Link wireless thing here. You saw me set up the ad hoc network. So it does work over local networks. You just do it the same way if you want to do it with your router or whatever. So thank you for watching.